Hello, owl pals. I know there's no one there yet, but I'm just waiting for you to arrive because Big Al is alive. I always feel funny doing that when I know nobody's listening, but I'm sure someone may eventually go back and, ooh, I got an eyeball. Got an eyeball. Somebody's here. Who's watching? Oh, got two of you. DR and Daniel. How you guys doing today? Just decided I kind of hinted at it last night that to keep an eye out for an afternoon with Al, and here I am, Melissa Harris. How are you doing? I found a little quiet time here at home between uh, everything else, and finally got in the mindset to do it. I kind of been in a funk the last few weeks, which is why I haven't really done one of these. And I've been kind of saving all my all my all my stuff for the regular shows. And I just, and like I said, with the whole lockdown and my mom's always home. Of course, you guys know I live with my mom. She's she's a saint walking this earth. God bless her. She's 80 some years old, has my big butt take to help out because of what's going with me. And she's going out shopping now with her, her gloves and her mask and everything to get some of the staples. And just finally had a nice quiet afternoon and kind of felt like I wanted to talk and see how everybody was doing. DR, Daniel, Melissa, anybody else so far? Just you guys. Two Daniels. Wow, that's like two Daniels and a Melissa. It sounds like a TV show. Do you guys remember there was a TV show called Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place? Long time ago. Hey, Chris P, how you doing? Yep, another afternoon with Al. It's been a while, but two guys, a girl, and a pizza place eventually turned into just two guys and a girl because they quit the pizza place. But pretty popular because they had Ryan Reynolds, Nathan Fillion, starring in a television show, and it was freaking awesome. I love that show. It was one of the funnier comedies, and you really don't see it on like repeats or anything. I'm really surprised because I thought it was a great TV show. Crispy, you do remember that show, but you didn't watch it though. You missed a great sitcom. Like I said, Nathan Fillion before Mal, before he was in big quotes Nathan Fillion, when he was just Nathan Fillion, and Ryan Reynolds before he was Ryan Reynolds. He was before that. I had known him from some silly little Canadian teen show called 15. I think it was called in America, and he just was, he was just a kid character on that. This is when he was a teenager. And but it was fun. Yeah, Ryan Reynolds and some other guy were the two guys. Trailer Howard was the girl, and then Nathan Fillion came in later, and he started dating the girl, and it it was kind of like it was a little bit like Big Bang before its time, but they weren't nerds. So I'm gonna have to hunt that down one day. I need to get that, see if it's on the high seas at all. Speaking of the high seas, I just finished downloading all 3 seasons / 27 episodes of the animated Dungeons and Dragons show we were talking about on Office Hours last night because I was like, because I have an illness, basically. I just had to have it. If I'll ever watch it again, I don't know, but I will eventually. Crispy, yeah, looking back, I missed a lot of shows. I want to say it was during my rock band days that show was on. Yeah, I'm not really sure when it was on. I could look it up here, but let me see. Two guys. I know it sounds weird doing this. Two guys, a girl. Hey, at a pizza place. There we go. And Nathan Fillion just had his name just kind of tacked onto it. Yeah, like I said, I want to. Yeah, 98 through 2001. So yeah, 20, 22, 23 years ago, 4 seasons, 81 episodes. So it was on quite a while. And yeah, that's going to have to be my next big project to find. Um, yeah, Big Al isn't an online pirate; he's an online Viking. Yeah, you're right. I go a Viking and just find things that are, there. They're out there. Why not? It comes in handy, and I mentioned, I was mentioning last night. I just got a new um, smart TV. It's my first smart TV. I hadn't had one because I hadn't really had the need for one until the TV I'd had for maybe a decade, 10 years. I don't know exactly when I got it, but it was a little 32-inch flat screen. It was my first flat screen, and it just finally gave up the ghost. And I'd been wanting to buy a smart TV, and just hadn't gotten around to it. And I kept putting it off because I can't really lift and haul and do anything, and my mom, she can't. But my cousin, who has finally moved next door, he's always, he says, anything you guys need, let me know and I'll do it for you. Well, he had just had a hip replacement, God bless him, but he's doing so much better. Hey, Casey Scott, catch me in the middle of my new TV story. But yeah, made arrangements for it on Monday. I just was kind of looking around what I wanted, and came across a Vizio. I was going to get a 43. Thank God they lost it or didn't have it, and downsized me for a nice big discount. So I got a really nice TV for less than $200, and a gift card, $25 gift card, which we just gave to my cousin, just because, thanks for just doing all this. He brought it in, put the legs on, hooked it up, put it in place. Thank God I didn't get the 43. Would have never fit into the area I have it. I live in a very small place. I call it elongated living, a little mobile home. And there's an addition. I live in the addition, and so I have very limited space. Plus, I've got a lot of crap in here: books, CDs, a little refrigerator, and just stuff. Lots and lots of stuff. Clanders 988. Hey Al, I sent you a message on Twitter a while ago. Did you? I don't have Twitter up right now. Well, a tweet, not a PM. Oh, a tweet. Okay. I don't know. I can't remember what it was or what it was about. Anything that you could share here, or did I answer you? If I didn't, I'm sorry. Sometimes Twitter gets a little goofy on me. Sometimes it's hard to kind of, I don't know, notifications get all clustered and kind of weird. But that's why with having a lot of books, says Casey. You're right. I love books. I've actually gotten rid of a lot over the last decade. I have even more. I've had even more than I've got now. I've given away a lot, just old things I would never use again. Duplicates, and I don't know, just stuff I knew I was never going to get around to, or just wasn't interested in anymore. But I still love my cookbooks. Still love a good cookbook, and I am tempted to get there's a used Greek cookbook it's on Amazon and Thrift Book for around the same price, called Aegean Cooking. I love a good Greek cookbook. I love Greek cooking. Sound engraver, what's happening now? I'll try to stick around as long as I can before teaching. Oh, I'm just glad you showed up in the first place. Thank you. Clanders. So I said the only other person I know of named Big Al is an Allosaurus from the documentary The Ballad of Big Al by the BBC. I remember that. I do remember vaguely something about that. There was an Allosaurus. They called him Big Al. He was a very handsome fellow. I remember all of us Big Als are handsome, charismatic, humorous, and funny. Slightly bawdy humor. As if anybody, you guys know, I get bawdy every once in a while. I'm old enough I am now old enough that I really have no shame left. But I mean, anybody who knows me knows that I have had my moments on Office Hours and all the others where I get a little blue, and but I do it for humor's sake. Like last night, the whole Wookiee thing. Andrew McCarthy or making Whoopi with a Wookiee, as the professor loves throwing odd scenarios at me, like extreme hyperbolic scenarios, just to see what I would pick. But I always go for the funny. That's why I picked the Wookiee. Nookie with a Wookiee instead of a McCarthy marathon. So, but yeah, Soundgraver, I'm glad you're here. Can't wait till next time we do a rewatch together. And I have a lot of fun doing those, and I love having people show up. Soundgraver, what is your favorite cuisine? Favorite cuisine that I have on a regular basis is Chinese, but I do have a huge affinity for Greek. I think I would do very well if I lived on a beach on a Greek isle. I love fresh fish. I love vegetables. I sadly don't eat as well as I should. Not even close, actually. But feta, olive oil, olives. Oh, that could be that. A nice hunky piece of bread, a little wine, or a little ouzo, or a little bit of like a frappe, or frap, or however you pronounce it. But I do love the Greek lifestyle. I worked with a teacher when I was a paraeducator at high school, and he is 100% pure Greek. There's no subcategory in this guy's genes. He is pure Greek, and he instilled in me a love for that culture, the language, even their spiritual. The Greek Orthodox Church, just a beautiful thing. I'm Roman Catholic, and that's the way I was raised. It's the way I am. And I actually, it fits my style of worship. So, which I'm sure you'll hear a lot more about one day when we do the thing on the Catholic Bible Geek channel, possibly this Sunday. I don't know what the professor's got planned, but we'll see. Melissa Harrison, Big Al in a Greek toga and or a leaf, the laurel things. I would be, that'd be quite a sight. Being a former medieval recreationist, I do find the love of an open tunic kind of thing, like a toga. I've worn a toga before in college for a party, and it's very comfortable. I mean, it's airy. It's very nice. Soundgrave, your favorite electronic artists are from Greece. Awesome. Yeah, I love Greek music. We were talking about soundtracks the other night. One of my favorite soundtracks is My Big Fat Greek Wedding. I just love that, traditional Greek music. Like I said, if I wasn't Viking, if I wasn't born of the Nordic stock, I would love to be Greek. One day I'm going to do those DNA tests to find out how much of a mutt I am, and I think that could be pretty fun. Melissa Harris wants me to do a Troll and a Troll 2 rewatch. Uh, I would do Troll in a heartbeat. I love that film. Unfortunately, Big Al Viking hadn't been able to find it. Troll 2, easy to find because it's just so bad. Everybody, here, you got to see this. Everybody's willing to watch it. But Troll, I haven't been able to really locate an MP4 for it. And hopefully I will one day, because I would love to do a Troll rewatch. Uh, got, Julia Louis-Dreyfus as a little forest, like dryad or whatever she was in that thing, a little nymph. That's awesome. She made a great little dryad. Melissa Harris, your favorite Greek mythology stories is Medusa and Hercules. Yeah, Medusa. A lot of people don't realize how tragic of a story that is. To be cursed the way she was, depending on the story. There's a couple of Gorgon stories floating around there. Of course, Hercules is great. I've always liked Perseus because I was a big, in my teen years when Clash of the Titans came out. Kind of really got into Perseus at the time. I do love Hercules, Jason and the Argonauts. Of course, watched the Kevin Sorbo series Hercules, but also if anybody's ever seen the Lou Ferrigno Hercules movies where he had like the metal monsters that he was fighting, oh my God, those are good fun. Bad movies, but they're so bad they're good. Melissa, your autistic son Jake is into Japanese culture and Greek and Irish and Jewish. Yeah, that's good. I love different cultures. I love different cuisines. I love the histories surrounding those cuisines or like the significance around a lot of it. I love the ceremony that like Japanese will put into some of their meals or things. It's just a lot of things there. The Tubi app has it. I'll have to hunt it. I'll see if I can find it. Thanks to Greek mythology, we all have great myths today. Yeah, a lot of great myths out there. Hold on, let me check back here, make sure I haven't missed anything. Animal House reenactment. Yeah, I like that, Casey Scott. I also ask you the questions I want to ask the professor on the streams, since I never reach them live, but watch them afterwards. If you don't mind, that is. I could try. You could just ask him. He's fairly easygoing, usually. Well, I say that offhand like that. Yeah, he is easygoing. I kid him. We kid around. Lots of Greek mythology is great. Greek especially, because it is one of the oldest that we really go back. So it probably has the most resonance, especially in a Jungian standpoint, like that shared memory thing. We go back to ancient Greece. Of course, the Roman mythology is just Greek mythology renamed. I've always wanted to look into more of the Asian mythologies, the Japanese and the Chinese, some of their mythologies and stories. I think that is a rich culture that I just have never really had a chance or well, I'm not going to say the opportunity. Everybody has an opportunity to do something. I just never have done it. Just never really explored it. Dark Stranger. Okay, just come clean, Al. It was just the fact that she was prancing around all nude and alluring that you liked. Of course. And yeah, you're just joking. I'm not. She was hot. Julia Dreyfus is a gorgeous woman. Still to this day, I saw her even in quarantine mode on, I think it was Conan, Conan O'Brien or something, and she was fritzy. It took me a minute to realize who it was. I was like, wow, she's cute. Who was that? And then I realized it was Julia Louis Dreyfus. She just wasn't made up to look like herself, you know. And I was like, wow, she's not a bad looking woman. DR had step away to answer a call. That's fine. I'm still here. Melissa, I have a question. Did anyone turn back to normal after Troll, or did they die also? Did Sonny die when the troll turned him into a plant, or did he revert back to human? I don't know. It's been a long time since I've seen that film. I really don't remember really how it ended. I remember a lot of the imagery. I remember some of the storyline. I don't remember how it ended, and I've never seen Troll 2, so I don't really know. So that's something to look for in a rewatch if we ever do it. And like I said, if I ever get them, I'll be sure to do them. I've got a lot of stuff I want to rewatch. It's just a matter of fitting them in and just having, like I said, I kind of go by my rewatches come very much on what do I feel like watching, or I've watched this kind of a movie a couple weeks in a row. Let's switch it up. As I've said, we're doing. I'm going to do First Blood next Saturday, not this coming Saturday. This coming Saturday is Memento with Troy on Troy's channel. But the following week, May, whatever it is, I don't know what day it is. But we're going to do First Blood because I loved Brian Dennehy, and he was great in that movie. And I would do Tommy Boy, but he's really not in it really long enough. And we'll do Tommy Boy another day. But I just wanted to watch. I thought, Brian Dennehy was so good as a bad guy in First Blood. I really want to watch that. And I think it'd be an interesting film to watch with everybody. It's got a lot of emotional, a real emotional aspect to it. And I think it'd be fun to watch. Soundgraver used Strong's Concordance of Hebrew and Greek to seek out words in Scripture. Cool. I gotta get something like that. But Hebrew and Greek. I just the Mediterranean, all around the Med. I always love it when they use it in military jargon. Yeah, we're gonna fly over the Med. But Greek, Turkish, and Hebrew. It's such a rich culture, language. I just, pull out the old Rodney King. I just wish everybody could get along. It's so sad that like that part of the world is in such upheaval that people can't go and just enjoy the ancient sites. You can't go to where Babylon was because it's basically in the middle of Iraq, and there's a lot of heat going on, literally and figuratively. Maybe the way to get the professor into Samurai Jack, he can watch the Genndy Tarkovsky Star Wars Clone Wars from 2003. Same guy who does Samurai Jack. I'll give you guys a hint. If you want the professor to get into anything, suggest it once and don't ever harp on it, because it'll build a wall. I'm the same way. The more you tell me to watch something, the less I'm likely to watch it, which is why I don't watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because the professor kept on me about it. I'm like, I ain't going to watch it. I don't want to watch it now. I didn't want to watch it before, and I even more don't want to watch it now. And I don't, I don't know. I'm sure, Samurai Jack, I'm sure it'd be fun to watch. I don't know. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff out there to get to. I just don't know when I'm going to get to it. They did turn back. Oh, okay. They did turn back and live. You didn't see the dwarf character, so no clue there. Yeah, I like that actor because he played Von Carr in Willow, I believe. Phil Fontecaro, I want to say. Is it the same guy? I'll have to look that up one day. I don't need to look it up right now. Premise of Samurai Jack is a story of a samurai warrior who fights an evil, shell-shifting or shape-shifting demon Aku with a magic sword forged by 3 monks and enchanted by 3 gods, Odin, Ra, and Vishnu. Wow, really crossing culture there. That's kind of cool. Yeah, like I said, I'm sure it's good. Owen Lister, will I watch Showgirls? Yes, eventually. I just really, really want to find the right time to watch Showgirls. Make sure Stephen Cruz is fully aware because I know he really wants to watch it. The dwarf guy was a zombie elf and troll. That scene scared me. First Blood. Well, it's a long road when you're on your own. Great film. Yeah, it is a great film, and I think it's looking back, because of all the other Rambo films, people go, "Oh, just it's another Rambo." But First Blood, that was the Rambo film. And for those of you who don't know, if you ever read the initial Rambo First Blood book, he dies at the end. There was never supposed to be a Rambo 2, but you can't kill your hero. So in the 80s, that didn't really happen a lot. So because sequels. But yeah, the original Rambo died. That's one of the things the author of the book did not like, is that they changed that story, part of the story. DR has a couple of Bible name dictionaries. It's a good source for character names. Yeah, I like going into Celtic. There's this one name in Celtic I've always liked called Bradwin. I think they spell it Bradwen, but I would spell it with a Y, WYN, because Y's are cool. But yeah, I remember the first time I ever played D&D, I named my character Baltec, and it was after a character from a D&D Choose Your Own Adventure book. One of those little paperbacks that you could get, the Choose Your Own Adventure. One of the characters in there was named Baltec, and I thought it was a good dwarf name. So I named my character Baltec. Well, okay, there's the Showgirls. I'm trying to catch up, guys. You guys are ahead of me, so be patient. I will get to them. Yeah, Showgirls definitely will watch. And I'm definitely asking for Sound Engraver's forgiveness for when I will watch Showgirls because of its nature. That's going to be a special rewatch for only the guys who are most like me, who don't mind the female form unclothed, as it were. But it is such a bad film that it is fun to watch and make fun of just how bad it is. It just works. It just works to be that funny. When listener, what is the worst cartoon show I have ever watched? Wow. In the case of anime, I would have to go Evangelion. Neon Genesis, whatever it is, that Evangelion show. It just seemed all over the place. I really didn't like it. Other than that, God, worse. That's really hard, I'll just go with Evangelion. I just didn't really find. I didn't think the animation was all that great. It was good, but it wasn't. I've seen much better, and the story was very discombobulated. I'm trying to think of some other bad ones I might have come across that I used to watch when I was a kid. God, I'm sure they're out there. I just don't remember them, and I'd have to go back and look at them again to really be sure. Why do I hate Hayden Christensen? In interviews, he sees like such an I don't hate Hayden Christensen. One of the only celebrities you can see meeting without regretting it. I'm sure Hayden Christensen's a great guy. I don't think he's a great actor. Or well, okay, I'm going to shift that. I don't think the character of Anakin Skywalker in the prequels was written all that well for anybody. Uh, Lucas, I just don't think Lucas had uh, good good dialogue for his characters, and it just So I can't really blame Hayden Christensen so much. There might have been somebody else who could have played that part a little bit better. I've seen him do other stuff, and he's fine in it, but I don't hate him. No, I hate Andrew McCarthy, and that's my own irrational hate. Nothing really dealing with Andrew McCarthy. This is all in my own little diseased mind. Did I ever watch Muppet Babies? No, never did. I know about it, but I never watched it. Oh man, I'm getting ahead of myself here. I'm missing some. Frank Welker does the troll's voice, and Phil did both the troll and the elf. Yeah, Phil. I like Phil. Phil's cool. Is he still with us? Phil Vondacaro? Like I said, I remember him playing Von Carr in Willow. I think that was him. I like the concept of Von Carr, who I know there was like a backstory for him that he was one of the few pecks that had gone on an adventure. He was kind of like their Bilbo, but he was more of a warrior. And I wish I'd like to know more about that, but I really never like got off into the Willow rabbit hole of other stories. Both Rambo and Teague died at the end. Rambo was also a bit less sympathetic and psychotic. Yeah. I thought Stallone does a great job with that character, and I think they did. It was a smart move to have him live, because you get to see a character progression in him that continues on through the next few films, sort of. I mean, at one point you really got to stop being so dark, buddy. But yeah. Troll 2 scary as hell, as do the Ator films. Ator. Oh yeah, Ator. Played by oh God, what's his name? Can't think of his name now. It's Ator the Fighting Eagle. I remember that, and he's in one of my favorite movies, the about Gawain and the Green Knight. Can't think of his name. I'm sure somebody will post it. Hard to pick one just cartoon because a lot of modern cartoons are bad. Yeah, you're right. I really don't watch a lot of modern cartoons. Lister Evangelion fans will be furious. Let them hate. I don't care. Evangelion, I can never figure out if I like those mech designs. I know they're so weirdly demonic and organic looking, which I think they are. I mean, they're supposed to be that, but they're so spindly, and I don't buy them. I like my mech like Robotech. I like Robotech. To me, what is still one of my favorites of all time. Too bad Wolf 10 Media is not here, because I know he'd back me up, because his symbol is the Robotech symbol, his avatar. But I really like the armored mech. They have there's the Excalibur, the Spartan, is it an Archer? Or is that another name? And I know they use similar designs in the BattleTech games, because they kind of all joined. One company bought all the licenses and did them at the same time. But yeah, Robotech. I love Robotech. Professor always talks about his waifu. Lisa Hayes is my waifu. I love her character. She's strong, intelligent, compassionate leader. God, what is with cartoon women? They'd get some of us guys. It's amazing. Technically, they aren't mecha. They're more like fleshy cyborg angel things. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Um, Hayden was a decent actor with the right script and director. Examples of a movie called Shattered Glass. Uh, yeah, I don't remember that one. I remember there's some movie he did. I'm not sure what it was or what the title. Well, it could be Shattered Glass for all I know. He plays a guy who's undergoing a heart surgery, and he doesn't go under right, so he feels and comprehends everything that's going around, but can't say anything. That is such a nightmare for me. I remember when I was going, I had heard about this movie before I had my surgeries, and it scared. I was like, "Oh my god, I can't. No, I don't want that to happen to me, please." Uh, um, Phil did play in Willow as a character you mentioned. Yep, Von Carr. Von Carr! Robotech rewatch, do it. It's a long rewatch, though. 36 episodes of the Macross part of it. Well, it's like 60, 65 or 65, 70, or 80 of. No, it's gotta be 7. No, is it 80s? Of the whole series. But the Southern Cross and Mosquito aspects don't really do it for me. I just like the 36 episodes of the of Macross part of it. And it would be a fun rewatch, be an over a course of time. Or listeners, like you say Robotech, I say Macross. Yeah, I went there. That's fine. I mean, Robotech is what I learned, what I watched when I first found it. Crispy, did I ever watch Farscape? Oh my god, yeah, I did. Farscape was freaking awesome. A show that doesn't get near the amount of praise when people come to remembering great sci-fi shows. I think it gets lost in the Star Trek, uh, Stargate, Babylon 5 vortex. And Farscape was an excellent show, kind of a Buck Rogers kind of analogous when you really get down to it. Farscape was excellent. Met a couple of the actors for that. Met the guy who played Braga. Met the guy who played Scorpius. He's a real nice guy. It's always funny to meet the villains, and they're like really sweet, real nice, easygoing folk. Are there did I meet anybody else from that show? Oh, Gigi Edgley, who is one of the most gorgeous women I've ever seen in my life, like close up. She is drop dead gorgeous. Oh man, Gigi Edgley. Ooh, that was a nice little whistle. That was for you, Gigi. Would I ever consider a rewatch of Excalibur? Consider it. I would love to find it. I don't have it. I can't find it on the high seas yet. I'm going to keep looking. When I do, yeah, Excalibur is definitely a rewatch I want to do. Crispy, the movie is awake. Okay, yeah, well, that makes sense. If I ever do a troll rewatch, an animated version of you as the troll and the professor as an elf and Troy as a sunny pod. Yeah, I would want to be the sunny pod. I'll make Troy the troll. Troy the troll. Hey, it fits. Oops. Where'd I go? Mechagodzilla 3 did that concept better. Oh, something Dark Straight. Oh, sorry. Have I seen Carnival Row? Yes, loved Carnival Row. Can't wait for more of it. Hope they do more. I haven't heard anything. I know they're supposed to do it, but yeah, I really liked Carnival Row. I like the world building they did. I like the design. I love the Orlando Bloom. I thought played an intriguing character. Cara Delevingne is, yeah, you know me. Cara Delevingne is hot. I think she's just absolutely gorgeous. And they also had oh, what's her name? The other storyline with the guy with the horns and the other girl. I thought that was kind of interesting where her brother got all upset, but she actually fell in love with the guy. I just think it's cool. It's a nice little thing. I think that's a show that could go woke real fast, but I liked what they did. Robotech aired on Toonami in the '90s. Yeah, I actually have Robotech on DVD, and one of these days we're gonna sit down and download it because I have a source for it. Like I said earlier, I downloaded Dungeons and Dragons today. It was a pretty quick download. 27 episodes, half hour each. Are they done? Yep, they're all done. Yep, looking down below at my at my downloads, make sure they were still downloading when I got on here. Guys, like and subscribe to the stream, please. Yes, please. Like, subscribe. If you, I'm sure most of you are already subscribed, but you know, because I don't know why you would be here if you weren't. But I appreciate it. I appreciate anything. I'm going to try to do more like pre-recorded stuff. I just, the professor and Fanman do such a good job at expressing themselves, and I'd be more of, well, here's my top 10 hottest Hallmark girls. I could do that, and I probably just will break down and start doing stuff like that because I don't like, me. I like to do fun. I like to do funner, yeah, more amusing, less fatalistic topics. I don't like being all negative and thing. I mean, I can be, and sometimes you have to be. Captain Marvel, that was definitely one to be negative about, but it happens. Let me see. Dark Stranger, there's something you might like. I always love when people say that. Possibly the Profile as well. Armitage 3. Okay, what about Armitages 1 and 2? Something wrong with them? Which all the OVAs are on YouTube. Just don't watch the Poly Matrix version. Okay, well, that's like blah 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 on YouTube. Just don't watch a blah 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 version. I have no idea. Armitage. Why does that sound familiar? I don't know. Armitage. Dan here, remember when Robotech, when the hot cartoon girls got in the shower? Did they? Are you talking about the three bridge babes? They might. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember them getting in the shower. God, I gotta go back and watch that again. What do I want to see happen in season 2? Oh, Carnival Row. Carnival Row. I would like to see Orlando Bloom's character and Kara's character. It's been a while since I've seen it, so I can't remember character names. I want them to stay as a couple. I don't want them to have this back and forth, will they, won't they? Do you love me? You don't love me? Kind of thing going on. Have them be a couple. Have them become leaders within the shut-off area. I would like to see the couple, the guy with horns. It's hard, like when I don't have the names right here. The other couple, the other one, the human that ran away with the guy with the horns. I'd like to see them keep going on the run, but have to run, and like have the brother continually have them being hunted down. But there's definitely going to have to be a lot of political kind of stuff. It's going to become an immigration analogy. It's just built to be that. So we'll see when it comes back. But yeah, you're afraid it'll go woke. Yeah, it could. It's built to do that. Now, by saying woke doesn't mean it has to be bad. If it does social topics, but they're done organically, That's one thing. And the show is built to talk about that. So I don't know if the show would go woke or if it's just already built in, has built in possibilities to be woke because the topics are already there. They were being explored already. And I just thought it was fairly well done. Um, like I said, I just thought it was visually stunning. I thought the performances were really good. I really enjoyed it. Would we do a couple of rewatches, a couple of episodes of Batman the Animated Series for more iconic Batman? Okay. I know the fan man wants to do some DC films, the good ones, the DC animated films. Batman Mask of the Phantasm he wants to do. I know he wants to do World's Finest, which I think was from the Batman, I believe, series. And a couple others. I know the professor has talked about doing some Superman rewatches as well. I need to get together with those two and talk and see when exactly we're going to do some of that. Because, that'd be a lot of fun. I still want to do some Star Trek rewatches, like, the series, like a couple episodes of the series at a time, just for fun, because I do love them. Wow, I've gotten, how long, okay, I got to catch up here. You guys are like, I'm like really behind on this stuff. Only if we can get Linda Carter or Wonder Woman. Oh, you're talking about something else. Troll 2, Credence, Lenore, Gielgud, the Druid, which creepy as hell. Yeah, I gotta watch Troll 2. I've just never gotten around to it. Chris P, how long did the D&D animated series last? 3 episodes, 27. Three seasons, 27 episodes. It was, was it 12, 8, 13, 8, and 6. 13 episodes first season, 8 episodes second, and 6 episodes third. So 27 episodes, all available on the high seas. I think they're on YouTube too, actually, if I read the thing right. Did the kids ever get home? No. They did write, there was a wrap-up episode written. It's been performed as a radio show. I've never heard it performed, but I do have the script when when basically Venger is defeated and you find out some stuff, but yeah, they are given the option to go home. So yeah, there is an ending out there in script form, and like I said, I think not an animated form, but a radio show form. And I think I would love to see they did that darn European commercial. That was freaking awesome. I thought they did a great job doing that. I would love to see Philo. That was his name, Philo. I would love to see them do a live action version of that. Excuse me while I sip a little bit of lemonade here. My mouth was getting dry. Can't wait to see Philo's coworker help him get out of the FH. Yeah, that's where you're gonna find out who are your friends. I'll tell you that. But yeah, they should stick together. I think they make a nice couple, and I hate shows where you go back and forth with the couple. The moonlighting aspect where the will they won't they argue but they really love each other thing. Sam and Diane, and then of course Sam and the other girl, but they were never really meant to be. So, but yeah, sometimes a show keeps characters apart too long, and you get to the point where you just don't care anymore. But you can still have a great show with them together. I mean, Big Bang, everybody got together except Raj. and it was still fun to me. I know a lot of people don't like that show. That's fine. I did. I thought it was a great show, one of the best out there. Um, where's some other like Arrow. They finally put, thank God, they finally put Felicity and Oliver together, and they stayed a couple for the last few seasons. So they had ups and downs, but they weren't like the will they won't they. They didn't keep that going for long. They did it in the third season, and then they eventually worked things out. I thought, maybe a little longer than they should have. Okay, Scott, think Armitage sounds familiar because they did the English dub on the MTV show. Maybe, I don't know. Also, just the word. You know what? I'm thinking of Richard Armitage. There's an actor, Richard Armitage, the guy who played Thorin Oakenshield in the Hobbit movies. His last name is Armitage. And he played, did he play the sheriff? Oh, no, he was Guy of Gisborne on a Robin Hood series out of on the BBC from several years back, many years back now. He seems to show signs of redemption. Yeah, I like characters who redeem themselves. There you go here. AL. Oh, hi AL. I didn't see you pop in there. How you doing? Sean Gordon Murphy Batman White Knight is what I say. Yeah. I don't follow modern Batman at all because they've screwed it up. Best episode I've seen personally was the two-parter Robin's Reckoning. It's really good to show how good a father Batman really is. Yeah. The animated series. That's a fantastic version of Batman. Almost perfect to a T. Almost. I mean, no show's perfect. But it's really good. It's really good out there. Dark Straight, I had to go back up again. I'm kind of losing my place, so if I'm a little like roughshod, please excuse me. Essentially, it's a murder mystery mixed with political issues on Mars, surrounding a new generation of cyborg waifus that can reproduce. Whoa! And the Earth-ruled fem Nazis aren't happy. Yeah, so came across clips of an anime that looked kind of cool, Captain Harlock. Yeah, I've seen Captain Harlock stuff. Not enough to really know, but I know that I know the design of it looks kind of cool. Sounds like space battleship Yamato with a space pirate. Yeah. Lord of the Rings rewatch. Love to see you do. Professor's going to do that, or he keeps threatening to, and when he does, I believe the lovely Sound Engraver will be joining us to key us in on all the wonderful musical elements of that story. Because I mean, please, that is one of the best movie scores of all time, Lord of the Rings. There are very few out there who can probably match it. Top 10. Hell, screw that. Top 5. Screw that. Top 3. Yeah, I'll stick with top 3 because I don't want to give anything away. What would I give away? Why the hell did I say that? I don't know. Batwoman over the weekend pissed me off saying Batman killed Joker. Yeah, I heard about that. Dumb Batwoman. We were discussing that in our the professor, Fayman, and I. One of us brought it up. I didn't, but they said, "Well, look, looks like even Batwoman saying Joker killed before that." And I really put down. It's like, does anybody really care what that show says? I don't watch it. It's completely off my radar. I could give I don't even. I look at the time slot. I don't even think I see the words anymore. I just think I see a blank spot. I just think the words just disappeared because of sheer apathy for it. The best episode. Oh, you already read that. Yeah, see, I'm going up and down, up and down, up and down. If I was a character in Carnival Row, I'd be one of the rich people who remembers a time when things were better, and I would treat my workers like people, creatures, and humans alike. Oh yeah, you'd always want to be the rich guy. No fun being the poor guy, unless you were hot and got a lot of women or a lot of guys, depending on who you are. I had to say that because I'm me. It's a woke remake of Hate White Knight, also the guy who wrote it mocked Jesus. Yeah, see, when they, see, I don't even worry about them anymore. They're off my radar. Don't care. I don't need that negativity in my life. Chol 2 corncob scene. You and Big Al the Professor and Fan Man will love it. Why am I now nervous? Corncob scene. Corncob pipe and a button nose. Why am I so scared of that right now? If you were to ask me which of my favorite between John Williams, Star Wars, and Howard Shore, Lord of the Rings, I'd say Don't Make Me Choose because they're both masterpieces of music. You're right. They are. Star Wars is one of the great pieces, and so is Raiders of the Lost Ark. I would say if you took John Williams off the board of all time, I would give Howard Shore's Lord of the Rings best of all time. But John Williams has done some spectacular pieces. Star Wars, Raiders, Superman. Those key themes in those are just, I mean, you hear it and you are drawn back to when you saw it. You picture yourself flying. Your hands go to your hips and you get that aspirational pose. There's just something uplifting, so emotionally resonant that it's just amazing what John Williams has done. But when you do listen to that Howard Shore score, it's sheer perfection from the first note of the first movie to the last note of the final movie. That is just a masterpiece. You're talking to AL. Sorry, I thought you were asking what kind of job do I have. I don't. Yes, CBS. Yeah, they're doing the Sunday night movies again. They're starting with Raiders. I think it's a cool idea. In these times, get some classic movies and show them. Try to get like Gone with the Wind, or Wizard of Oz might have been done to death on regular TV. But yeah, get some old classics. Show Star Wars, the original Star Wars. Show try to Jaws. Show some great films. Yeah, John Williams removed as body work. Lord of the Rings is the final score. Sound engraver. I knew you'd agree with me. There's not an off note. There's not a bad musical segment. Not a mismatch of that entire film. That top to bottom, that is one of the best movie scores to story I've ever seen. And I was watching. Was it yesterday? Was it on? Yeah, it was yesterday. I watched the last hour of Return of the King, and just God, just so wonderful. The lighting of the beacons. Yes, that's my favorite scene. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I love that music in that. Yeah, the end credit song, Return of the King, Into the West. I want that played at my funeral, Into the West, because I just think it's so perfectly suited that for those who don't want to, you're not gone. You've just sailed away. You've gone into the West. You're going on to a richer land, a more magical land. I think that's a great song, and of course, Annie Lennox is just perfect singing it. Big opposite, like, oh yeah, okay, I just read that. Um, is it really better than the Magnificent Seven? Also, the kid that sang in the Dreams and Fellowship end credits. What that may it be? That was Enya, wasn't it? May it be the sun. Oh God, my voice cannot do that today. Um, I say, have I seen the Lethal Weapon movies? Yes. If I have, which is my favorite besides the first one? The second and third are both good, but I don't know. I think the second. I think they're just great. Watch one right after the other. Lighting of the yeah, Santa Graver. Lighting of the Beacons. Da, 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 da. Oh God, now I gotta go back and watch these. I have not watched Lord of the Rings in a long time. Not like beginning to end. There was one of my favorite days. I had an ex. Well, she was a friend. I'll just say it was a friend. She was never really a girlfriend, but yeah. If the world was different, it might have been different. But she had never seen them and wanted to watch them, and I took over the theatrical cuts at 8 in the morning, and we started watching it and took a break for lunch and dinner, and we finished up like 11 at night or something, and we just watched all of them all day long, and it was awesome. That's a way to spend a day, watching Lord of the Rings. But it's the kind of thing you don't want to, if you watch them all the time, you kind of get you know too familiar, and sometimes you like to go back to it and pick up those things like, oh yeah, you want those kind of moments, which is why I haven't watched them in a while. So that the next time I go back to them, I'll have those wide-eyed moments again. Let's see. Hey, if you, Professor Troy and Fayman, want, I can make a Discord for you guys. Okay, I'm going to be stupid here. What's a Discord? I don't know what a Discord is. I may be stupid and silly for saying that. I don't know what it is. I enjoyed James Horner's Magnificent Seven score. Yeah, I haven't heard that one. Would we do the director's cut or the extended version? That is, if that's available. I don't know, Soundgraver. I think I have the extended versions from the sea, but I'm really not sure. I know we'd have to be like do them over like a month or something, but I really don't know. I'm not even sure what I've got. I think I have the extended versions of Lord of the Rings and the theatrical versions of The Hobbit. Those three. I have to double check. I'll have to check like the timing on them all. So, but I'm sure we'll figure it out one way or another. Favorite Lethal Weapon? Oh yeah, quote's just been revoked. Yeah, a friend had an LOT marathon. Our butts were numb by the end. Oh, definitely. I love doing marathon. I used to love doing marathons. I can't anymore. Well, I could, but I can't really. Like I said, if I do any kind of something that I have, this is why anybody who's wondering why I'm downloading stuff, it's so I have easier access. I have a lot of DVDs. I just can't really access it. Plus, my Blu-ray's not hooked up right now. I'm gonna try to have my cousin do that. He needs to build me a. My TV is too low right now. I used to have it on top of a file cabinet, and I want to hook it to the wall, but I'm getting a little feedback from the mother. I'm going to fight her on that one though. I'd like to put it on the wall and like have, where you can pull it out a little, turn it, flip it, do whatever you need to with it, and that would be my preference. But I need to get it higher because I really can't see all of it all the time sometimes. And sometimes I'll wake up at night and it's on and I'll look down and I just see my toes in somebody's feet, in somebody's face. And yes, I know there are jokes to be made there, but it's still it is kind of funny when you really get down to it. Sound great. Wait a minute. Can Sound Engraver sing like Enya? Really? That would be awesome. I love Enya. I love Enya's music so much. Enya, Lorena McKennitt, like I said, Clannad, who is the lead singer of Clannad, is actually Enya's sister. Mara. I don't know how to talk. Oh, Discord is a chat program similar to Skype. Yeah, you can ask the professor about that. I don't know why we would need that. We just use Messenger. I don't need to look at them any more than usual. God darn, I wish they were here for me to say that. Oh yeah. May it be the song. Yeah, see, I get that song. It cracks right now. It's still early, sort of. And plus, I had to turn my fan on, so I've got whatever funky little pollen's floating around in the air is entering my sinus cavity. Let me go down. Do I find Sacha Baron Cohen funny? No. Sometimes it depends. I go back and forth. I liked him in Talladega Nights, but I'm not a big what was that doofus Borat kind of fan. I don't know. Just I go back and forth on him. Back in Star Trek's 25th, they showed all 5 films. That was a hard day. Oh, I'll bet. I do want to do it within the next few months, Star Trek the Motion Picture, which I still think is underrated. I know a lot of people don't like it. Yeah, it's long, but God, it's such a beautiful film. Sure, I'll sing a sample of May It Be for you when I'm on Super Collider. I'm in a reverb synth right now. Oh, sweet. That would be so sweet. Do Dollman rewatch. Dollman? I'm not sure what Dollman is. I'll have to look that up. And yeah, she sang Sail Away, didn't she? Yes. It was actually Caribbean Blue is the name of the song. Or is it Orinoco? No, wait. Sail Away. Orinoco Flow. Yeah. Let me sail, let the Orinoco flow. Caribbean Blue, I think, was that the album? God, it's been a long time. And of course, Paint the Sky with Stars was her first greatest hits album. I like that. She has I like Enya. Enya's awesome. I like that. I like that Celtic New Age, even like I said, Vangelis, Tangerine Dream kind of stuff. It just makes me in a good mood. I used to listen to music a lot more, and especially when I used to work with mentally ill, and they didn't stress me out. My coworkers did. And so I would literally come home screaming, punching the ceiling of my truck in frustration, and come home. I would literally sit in a corner and listen to music until I calmed down. This was a long time ago. This was back in the early 90s. So it'll tell you how long ago. This was a long time ago. This was a lot younger, less sunny, sunshine, happiness Al. This is Al when I could rip someone apart, literally and physically. You know, it was not a good time for me. Well, got up. Okay, the guy who says Lethal Weapon movies convinced me Mel Gibson would be a terrifying as well. Yeah, he would be a good Wolverine at the time. Do full moon films like Subspecies films or Doll Man or Puppet Master? Huh, I have to look. I know. Okay, Puppet Master. I know. I do them. I think that would be more of a fan man kind of thing. He likes the horror, and I will say there was a little bit of toe stepping when Troy and I did Night of the Living Dead because the fan man wanted to do Night of the Living Dead, and that's why we did Last Man on Earth. It's because he didn't get a chance to do Night of the Living Dead. It wasn't bad. I mean, it wasn't that bad. I just thought it was funny because the fan man was like, "What? Darn it!" Which is why I always try to pick something that I want to watch, and I always make sure everybody else is cool with it. I don't like stepping on toes because you all know how fond I am of toes. I'm kidding. That guy, I don't know where that started. I kind of know where it started, but it's been so blown up that I just go with it now. I'm not some Bigfoot fetish guy, just so you know. Admitting it here. But I am, my online persona is. So we'll say that. I'll just say that. Well, he does talk about people with bad taste. He's got no taste in comedy. Wait a minute, you talking about me? Or you talking about somebody else? Celtic Women did a cover. Yeah, I like Celtic Women. That's another group I like. Dune. Yeah. Could we expect the Wheel of Time book studies after Dune? You got to ask the professor that one. Probably won't do Dune till the end of the year. I think he's in a professor's kind of in a Star Wars expanding universe mode right now. So he's kind of focused on that. So he's looking for the next book to be another expanding universe book. I'd like to do something classical like Jules Verne or H.G. Wells. But like I said, it's up to him. I don't have the literature background that he does to do a book study. I'm more of a movie guy, so that's where I keep my thing. Oh yeah, we agree. Monty Python's funny, and the professor has no sense of humor. You're right. Yeah. Tangerine Dream. Yes. Sound Engraver. Love Tangerine Dream. Legends. The soundtrack to Legend. Oh, love that. I probably just ruined it for you, but you like 2, 4, and 6. One is tolerable. What? Whoa, where are we going here? Did I miss something? How many are we talking about? Oh, Dune. Yeah, Dune's all over the place. I've only actually read halfway through. Or did I finish Children of Dune? I think I might have finished Children of Dune. But I haven't gone any further than that. Clash of the Titans rewatch. Yes, you can't. When? I'm not sure, but I'm going to put it on a fast track. Because I've been wanting to watch it. I was going to do Clash of the Titans, but Kirk Douglas died, so I made Vikings happen. But I have Clash of the Titans. I just got to find the right move. Maybe maybe I'll, we'll see what happens. We'll see what the schedule is for May, May and into June. Talk about the professor's bad taste in comedy. Yeah. Al, you're a nice guy, Al. Thank you. Angry Hulk Al, says Melissa. I used to Hulk out, man. I mean, I still can. Uh, I, like my gauge is different. I don't have I don't know how to say it. I go, you say you go from 0 to 60, where 60 you just get really angry. I don't have a steady pace. I like go 0 to 50. I'm very low, but that 50 to 60 range, that's when I climb. When I get mad, I go hard and fast up. But I have a lot of evenness until then. But when I break hard, fast, and high. But I do have a long, steady range in there. The old days, I used to go up and up fast, like 0 to 60 very fast. I've actually got a bedroom door that has a big hole in it and a broken frame from when I punched it out of total frustration when I was just out of college. I was in a hugely bad mood. I had nowhere to get rid of it, and I had to let it out. And I thought the door was a little more solid, and it wasn't. It was like, it's a hollow core door. I mean, it's a trailer, for God's sake. But I hit it, knocked a hole in it, and then the frame kind of sort of started to come off, and I shocked myself. And I left it like that as a lesson to myself not to do that again. The only thing I did do was I put a Spuds MacKenzie poster. That's what it was. It was a Spuds MacKenzie poster over the hole. Sorry, I'm starting to lose my throat. I might have to wrap this up here soon. Where am I at here? I don't know. I am lost. If I missed your question, I'm sorry. I just need to. I know I need to. Yeah, bad taste of comedy, professor. Yes, he does. Or listener, Big Al presidents. Big Al president. Yeah, like, if I were to choose who has the better comedic timing between the professor and Fan Man wins by a landslide. He does. Fan Man has a great sense of humor. Fan Man has a sense of humor I really key into. If the Fan Man had a nationally televised show, I would watch it. I think he's that good. And I'm not saying that just because he's my friend. I learned about him. He and the professor knew each other. I didn't know him because they were doing a Superman show, which I never listened to. And the professor told me about him, and I started listening to some of his podcasts. And I just liked his style. He was like the old Johnny Carson, Jay Leno, the classic days of television. And he just was great. And then he did this. Then he did a guest on our old Iconicast show, and I got to know him a little more, and then we gradually became friends. And then he did this 30 Days of Halloween YouTube series, which I still think is out there somewhere on his linked somewhere to his channel. I hope. I don't know where it's at, but it's just awesome. And it really that Halloween made me love Halloween again. And I'm not kidding. And to this day, this is like 5 years maybe. I have loved Halloween more in the last 5 years than I've done since I was a kid. And that's all Fan Man. And he's just a great guy, hysterically funny. Professor, he's funny too, just in a different way. The professor's more the sarcastic guy. But he does it so often that sometimes you don't know. I don't know if he is being sarcastic or if he's just gotten so good at the sarcasm it just sounds real. So it's like that. Sometimes I'm really not sure what's going on in the professor's head. Um, Only the Star Wars movies after the episode 3 should be adaptations of EU material. Um, yeah, I like the Thrawn trilogy that we're reading now. But I agree. I think Disney did themselves a disservice by turning them into something else and creating an all new timeline. I don't think that was the right way to go. They should have hired someone who knew the extended universe, come in and plot it out for them so that they had it, and then they could build off of that. But no, they want to do it themselves. Oh well, life is what life is. Um, Gonna make your own book study with blackjack and hooker in movies. Go for it. Professor Geek, is he ever going to do the Shining or Salem's Lot book study or rewatch? I know a Salem's Lot rewatch is heavily likely. If not by Fanman, by me, because I want to do it. Book study, not so sure. There was talk about it. We were doing it, but we didn't want to keep doing another big Stephen King book. Um, but but definitely, I know that if we do it, we'll do the old David Soul miniseries, Salem's Lot rewatch. But I'm giving Fanman first dibs, and if he decides not to do it, then I might put it on the plan for later this year, around Halloween time in the fall. You were talking about Star Trek. I only like the first Dune book. Oh, you're talking about brr. Okay, I got them mixed up. Yeah, the Star Trek movies, because there's 6 of them. If you go outside of from the TOS guys anyway. Yeah, two's the best, followed by 3, 4, 1, 6, and 5. That's my lineup. And I'll give you right now, 3 and 4, they're interchangeable to me. They're almost even. And I just think one's better. I like one better than Final Frontier. I just do. I think Final Frontier suffered a little bit from the whole thing on Ropente when they had the trial and stuff. It just took me out of it. I just didn't care really at that point. I was better once they got back on the ship and then they had the battle. That was good. I just thought they just ate up too much time with that. Something classic. How about the Court Jester? Angela Lansbury, Basil Rathbone. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff out there. I want to do we're gonna do Maltese Falcon one day. I do know that. I would love to do Gone with the Wind one day. I don't know when or in what capacity. I don't know if it might be a Saturday night rewatch or might do it on some other style. I have thought about doing because I did a Saturday matinee once with Troy. We did House, and another day we did Dale and Tucker against Evil, and we did those like Saturday at noon. And I really liked doing that, and I think it would work really. God, if it were, I would say on a rainy Saturday, but just because it's raining here doesn't mean it's raining where you guys are. I think it would be kind of fun to do. Artsy film rewatch like Remains of the Day or Basic Instinct. I'm not that Basic Instinct maybe not. Remains of the Day I never saw. I'd like to do like a Pride and Prejudice or Emma, a version of Emma. I think something like that would be fun. I love Pride and Prejudice. That's my favorite. Like if I had to go to let my feminine side out, that for me it's Pride and Prejudice and Sense and Sensibility. I do like Jane Austen. Yeah, you don't think he has a bad sense of humor. It's just different. Yeah, it is. Yeah, 2.5 Men. You think it's funny, but it's far from a favorite comedy show. Yeah, I agree. I can't say it's not funny. I just really have never sat down to watch it. not a big John Cryer fan. Um, and it's just, I would just literally have to start watching it one day, and like I did with Mom, I just started watching Mom one day with the one about everybody's they're all alcoholics. But I just think it's fun. I like the characters on it. I've started watching that every now and then. But me, God, Big Bang Theory, Office, Parks and Rec. That's my holy trio of TV series right now. Or as far as comedies, sitcoms, that is. And Parks and Rec is supposed to do a new episode tomorrow, Thursday, as a fundraiser. Kind of one of the little screen things, or being their characters in lockdown or something. I'll be interested to see how they do that. Let me catch up here. Angela Lansbury mentoring candidate doorknobs and broomsticks. It's bedknobs and broomsticks, and I want to do that one day too. That's a great movie. Well, that's one of those movies I saw as a kid that influenced my style. Pride and Prejudice, BBC or a Keira Knightley version. Love them both. It depends on how long I want to watch. One's 6 hours, one's 2 hours. I could watch them both. I saw the BBC version better. I really like it. I do like her and the guy who plays Darcy in the Keira Knightley version. It's a little different, like a lot quicker, but I like them both. I actually drove I drove for hours to go see that because it never came. It wasn't going to come here locally, so I had to go roll for that one. No Jane Austen rewatches. I'd rather get run over. You don't have to watch. Atheists and woke propaganda ruined DC and Marvel. Yeah. Ron Swanson. You're damn right. Ron Swanson is my the man who I want to be like. Do I like the Merchant Ivory films? If I'm thinking of the ones I'm thinking, I really haven't seen enough of them to really say one way or another. Is it BBC or A&E? Are you talking Pride and Prejudice? Well, there's actually an A&E version and a BBC version. I actually think the A&E version was an early BBC version. Oh my God, how do I know this? Elizabeth Garvey played Eliza. I think her name's Elizabeth Garvey. Played Lizzie Bennet, and some other guy, some kind of cardboard guy, plays Darcy in it, and it's a fine version. It's actually going back, it is the first version I ever saw, but the BBC version with Colin Firth was fantastic, top to bottom. I loved it, and I love the Keira Knightley version for the quick fix, the quick version of it, because I think I love Keira Knightley. And her and Matthew McFadden, whatever his name was. I thought they had great chemistry together. The whole Father Ted series is on YouTube. Father Ted, is that? Oh no, that's something else. I'm thinking of Father Brown. That's it. I thought after watching many of them, I realized many were just depressing. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, Merchant Ivory. Yeah, there are a lot. Yeah, some of them are a lot to take. A lot of the BBC adaptations, like Mill on the Floss. Stuff like that gets a bit. It gets a bit heavy. Owen Lister, ever since I was a kid, I had deep disdain for Jane Austen movies. I'd be interested in hearing why one day, but like I said, everybody has a feminine side, or every guy has a feminine side, and that just tweaks my feminine side. I just like Pride and Prejudice. I just enjoyed the story. Colin Firth, awesome in Kingsman. Yes, I still have to see the second one. And wasn't there another third one called The Kingsman? That's like the original or something, or did it get pushed back? I forget. Uh, when listener, it's surprising. I do have to step away from humor. It gets too much for me. That said, I like these guys a lot. I'm talking about Fallen Head. Oh yeah, Soundgraver, Jennifer Ely, and Colin Firth. They were together at the time. Colin Firth took a lot of heat because he dumped her, I think, or at least that was the common word. And everybody was so heartbroken that, oh no, Lizzie and Darcy broke up. Oh my God, what are we gonna do? But it's still, yeah, and that's a wonderful little series. I love Pride and Prejudice. I do love that version of it. It's just beautiful. Great performances all around. AL, my husband hates Jane Austen. Yeah, a lot of guys just, Casey Scott, Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies. Yep. I saw that. Loved it. Thought it was great. Just thought it was a great story. I thought it was real funny. I remember when that book came out when I was at the store, and a lot of people were talking about it at the time. I just hit the limit where I needed to step away from the ranting for a bit. Was I ranting? Was I being bad? But yeah, I think I caught up. Even as a kid, I wanted action and adventure in my entertainment. I did too. I love action and adventure. I'm trying to think of one of my earliest TV memories was Lassie, and I was getting upset. Lassie was on television, and there was a little chick in the center of a railroad track, and the train was coming, and Lassie was going to try to save the chick. I swear to God, I was bawling. I remember that. I remember like being on the little hassock, the little thing you put your feet up on when you're sitting in a chair. I was like laying face down on that, watching it, just bawling because I didn't want the little chick to die. I keep Saturday. I keep coming to the Prof's channel. I think because of Al, we need his positivity. Thank you, Saturday Graver. I try. I just got to the point in my life where life's too short to spew too much hate. I mean, you're going to hate stuff every now and then. It's going to be there. You're going to think people are making dumb things, but sometimes you got to have the bright sunny side looking at it. Not everything's 100% terrible. I mean, even Plan 9 from Outer Space had some fun stuff to it. If anybody gets that reference, I'm proud of you. Plan 9 from Outer Space. Now that's a rewatch that we need to do. I don't read Spawn after Todd McFarlane bashed Trump and one of his comics killed off a fictional Trump. Yeah, they go a little too far with that. I remember when Kathy Griffin did the whole holding up of the bloody Trump head. Yeah, she shot her career to hell. They gotta stop doing that. Get over it. You know what? Vote him out. You don't like him, vote him out. But you don't have to get on Twitter and just like knock everything the man says, or spew CNN preaching points. Have your own day. You know what? Do your sitcom. Do your comedy act. Entertain us. That's what you're there for. Mary, you're fine. I was referred to office hours to why I wasn't there last night. We actually had a lot of fun last night. Was there a lot of hate last night? There was a little bit. Well, not a lot though. But it is the Prof's channel, and that's where he finds that seems to be where he goes these days. I didn't have a lot to say. Well, there wasn't a lot to say last night. There were some, Yeah, the Kathleen Kennedy thing, that was her dumb idea. She should have never done that. That was just poor business. Uh, creating a series out of the ether with with no approval or anything, trying to force a hand. We'll see how that goes. But I never did. Oh, I never did. I was all set with a bit about what kind of female centric Star Wars show I would like to see. and, and I was basically all prepared to go into this. Oh, it should be like Jabba's Angels. Jabba has all these dancing girls, and it's their adventures doing stuff. They're always half dressed, and they're always getting into odd situations. Oh, but that's just me. It goes, Abu Duba Uba Angels. Hi, Jabba. I don't know. I'm just being stupid. Wiggy boobs. Yeah. Yeah. And then, of course, that little question. He knew exactly how I was going to answer that, and he set me up for it. God bless him. I knew exactly when I heard him start that, and he went. I'm like, he knows how I'm going to have to answer this. Of course, I'm going to choose the Wookie Nicky over Andrew McCarthy because it's the funny answer. I'm just through with more Star Wars bad news. I agree. I don't really think there's but bad news. I don't know. I look at Star Wars now, and the sequel. You know what? Sequels are over. Well, we can get over it. It's done. They're out to buy. They'll sink. They'll swim. They'll stay in the public consciousness as long as the public wants it, which I don't believe is going to be long. But you know what? Mandalorian was awesome. Awesome sauce. And I hope that continues. I really do. I like the casting of Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka. I think that's perfect casting for her. I just hope they use her correctly. I live in hope. Yeah, it's a word. That is a word that that Troy and Professor they leave out of a lot of their topic is hope. I kind of hope that it'll be good. But a lot of times people will just sit there expecting the worst. I hope for the best. Could there be the worst? Of course, but I hope for the best. That's all I'm saying. I saw Ron Paul videos back in the day. I thought he should be president. Yeah, I thought Ron Paul's cool. I like his son too. There's a lot of people that could be a good president. I think Trump could be a good president. I think anybody could be a good president. It just all depends on where they lead. I usually don't vote the person. I vote the issue. I have certain issues that mean the most to me, and I see where people who are running stand on those issues and vote accordingly. I don't vet the personality. I vet the issue. So I really don't care if a candidate is getting it on with a porn star. Could care less. Has nothing to do with me. Their personal life has nothing to do with me. I want to know what they're going to do about issue X. I tend to take the professor's side on a lot of stuff because he's objectively right, but I won't listen to him mindlessly. Of course not. Also, shouldn't Ahsoka die in Rebels? Makes sense why she's never seen in the OT. I don't know. Well, when's the last time she was fighting Vader and everything started to collapse? See, I never saw the last season, so the last time I remember seeing Ahsoka, she was fighting Vader. That's really the last I ever saw of her. And I knew stuff was falling around them. And Vader got out, so I'm thinking we can assume she got out. Maybe she's just off somewhere. Maybe she's just, like I said, she didn't exist in the original trilogy, so during the original trilogy, so they couldn't bring her in. She's a offshoot. She could have been off doing something else. I don't know how they're going to fit her in a Mandalorian. We'll see. Like I said, my hope's good because I like it. I want to see what happens with little baby Yoda. He has stolen my heart. AL, I like your attitude, Al. Thank you, AL. From one AL to another AL. Big Hal presents for POTUS. I don't know about that. I don't know if I have the savvy or the energy to be a president. To be a president, you got to have a lot of energy. I just don't think I have the energy. And I think I'm pretty too forward about some of my opinions that people would never vote for me. Like I said, there are a lot of stuff out there that's very questionable that I'm perfectly okay with because I am very much I have a lot of libertarian in me and a lot of conservative, but I think the libertarian overweighs the conservative a lot. So I just kind of gave you how I kind of think about things. Showed up on the final episode of Rebel. Oh, that's right, she did. She did show up. That's right. Okay, I remember now. Because I did see I didn't see the last episode, but I saw that last epilogue that they ended it with. Owen Lister, the way I like Mandalorian is how I feel about Aquaman and the Wonder Woman movie. Great. Hey, the Nets in the house. Na 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 net. That was a personally composed original na 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 net for Nanette. Thanks. Give me a thumbs up. Yeah, I'm not too much longer for the world. My voice is starting to go. I did it today. I was thinking about doing it tomorrow, but I had the thing tomorrow night, and I didn't want to use up my voice. Case I got confused about Baby Yoda. I thought he does this takes place 900 years ago. Then I get the Stormtrooper helmet, so I'm more confused. First of all, he's not really Yoda as a baby. He is a baby of Yoda's species, who everyone calls Baby Yoda. His official designation is the child. He is a nameless child of Yoda's species. Where he came from, nobody knows yet. We know he's 50 years old, and they age very slowly. So he's still kind of a toddler. And he's as cute as a button. Hey, Troy in the house as well. Thanks for joining me at the last minute. Oh, I got 14 people eyeballs on me. I'm not watching through YouTube, watching through StreamYard. I just find, the less I tax my computer, the better. But yeah, I like I said, I pretty much almost talked out. I was getting ready to say goodbye. But if anybody has any last minute questions, listener saying Yoda is the father. I don't know. It'd be cool, but I don't know. Nah. Well, he could be. Temporarily, he could be. Is he a reincarnation of Yoda? I don't think so, because this is 5 years after the original series, and Yoda died in Return. So Yoda's been dead 5 years, and the baby's 50 years old. So that we have. If they forget that, then that's their fault. Sound Engraver has to go. Take care, Al. Thank you for showing up, Sound Engraver. Yeah, I'm about to go myself. Would I want a life-size Baby Yoda? Darn right. I would hug him and squeeze him and love him and cuddle him. Also, just watching Young Ripa's 59 video on Obama and Trump. Bernie saying anti-SJ. Yeah, I do like watching the liberal smackdowns, though. They are funny. Since Troy and Nanette are here now, I got to get something to eat. DR, Big Al presents the Moral Words of Columbo. Just one more question, sir. Yeah, I'm like that. Baby Yoda plushie out now. Yeah, I don't know if I'm ever going to get one. We'll see. Fan Man hates Baby Yoda. Yep. Yeah, have to call students at home and ask why they're not doing their work. Okay, yeah, like I said, I'm about talked out, and Mom should be home soon. Thanks everyone for joining me. Just a quick rundown. Tomorrow night on the Professor's channel, we're doing the first 5 chapters of The Last Command, the third book in the Thrawn trilogy. Friday night, there is a fan man tonight. There may be a film watch. Not quite sure. Really need to peg him down so to let you guys know in case you need to look this film up. But he was leaning towards one. Not sure if he's going to do it. So, but keep tight. We'll get it figured out. Hopefully, he'll get it figured out. Saturday night, Troy Pacelli's channel will be watching Memento. And then the following Saturday, we'll be watching First Blood, the original Rambo movie with the late Brian Dennehy. It's a little tribute to Brian Dennehy, who just recently passed. A great actor who I like to honor actors who I really like, and this is my way of doing it. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. I hope you guys are staying sane in this crazy lockdown situation. If you guys are putting up the good fight, if you're, essential personnel, if you're teachers who are out there keeping your kids educated in these strange times, God bless you. Keep up the great work. I support you guys 100%. If you're doing masks, keep it up. If you're just giving out thoughts and prayers, keep it up. Stay safe, everyone. Have a great day. Stay sunny. Stay shiny. There's always hope. Goodbye.